I might have to go to the other bathroom in here. Isn't this crazy? I'm just trying to do too much. And then my eye looks botched, like even more botched. I'm in a bad mood, can't you tell? I don't know. It doesn't look like this in person, but on this camera, it feels like this in person, but it doesn't look like this in person. I figured out that that is my sleeping side. So I'm trying to stop sleeping on that side. I did get my fillers like redone, but this looks totally different than it does in real life. I just might get it all taken out. It's gonna suck. There is like no place. I'm trying to fix my little edges too. Let's see. This is not my new house. This is the New Orleans place. See, even my voice is down. I need to put on some freaking makeup. But this, what's new? So much is new. So much is new. Um, I thought to put you guys on a Clorox. Then y'all gonna have to be way down here. You guys are sitting on Clorox white. I want to run the water just to have this thing on here. I should have thought this out even more. Like, I tried to think it out. And I was like, I could go in the other bathroom. But I don't like the other bathroom because it kind of gives me the creeps. But I think I'm going to have to do that. Because the other bathroom has a medicine cabinet. This whole place needs to be deep clean because it sits. I don't want to talk about it too much. I just want to give up all the privacy. You know. Oh, where's the light at in here? People go crazy for this bathtub in here. Okay. It's like a huge middle one. Okay, so what am I trying to do? Number one, this shit needs to be cleaned. Hey, AJ, long time no see. Thinking about putting you guys in this candle. There's like a huge candle right here. Let's see. I'm trying to get you guys situated. I have a busy week. I don't like you guys down low because I don't look good down low. I don't look, and then this candle thing, I don't think that's gonna work either. This is not where I moved to. This is the second house. This is not where I live. This is not where we live. So, if you know anything about the second house, that means that I am in New Orleans. Oh, I'm just trying to set my phone up. I'm putting you guys in the medicine cabinet, right? But the problem with this medicine cabinet is the way that it is on here. So I'm going to be looking this way. So weird. I don't know. Let me put on some foundation first, and then maybe I will feel a little bit better. Like, this needs to be like a real therapy video because I'm in just like such a funky mood. Number one, like for the past 2-3 days, and it's not because of that time of the month. It is. I moved, and I moved that big tall mirror into like a more open spot, and I saw my full body in the nude. Um, and I didn't like what I saw. Like, my stomach looked so freaking gross. I have this big nodule on the back of my ear too. Oh. The move was like really emotional for me. So this is like a diary, right? So emotional that on the day of the move, I was like crying real tears, not wanting to do it. I wanted to like just. The whole time I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I think I come on here like once a week and talk to you guys. Um, I felt like, okay, I'm just gonna do whatever. Like that for a long time. I felt like there was only like one natural course of thing, which was to move together, and then I just started not wanting to do that. I don't know. Have you ever done something and it brings out all of your issues, like issues that you didn't even know that you had? And a lot of my issues were about my own independence and just being just being that, like living in a certain area, being able to walk to everything, living as a single person, you know, the idea of giving up my freedom, it freaking overwhelmed me so badly. Like, in a way that I didn't even know that it would overwhelm me. Like, I don't know. I didn't know that I was attached to certain things. Like, I know that I like to do certain things, but I didn't know I was so attached to it. And I'm not going to put on too much more foundation because it is still summertime here. It is like blazing hot outside. And I'm going to go find me something to drink. I need something to eat too, but I definitely want to get some weight off. Like, I reordered the juices and didn't even drink them because it was during the course of the move. It was so bad that the day that I was supposed to move, I could not sleep for like the last 2 or 3 days. I went down into the leasing office to see what apartments were available. It was so bad that he went down to the leasing office to see if they had any available apartments that I could move into on 9/30, which was the day that I was supposed to move out. It was that bad. Like, oh, I forgot something in the other bathroom. I don't like the way my face is looking. And you know what pisses me off? It pisses me off like that I pay and then it's still not right. Like, why is it not right? Like, people try to, like, I'm just one of those kind of people. Yes, I'm in a bad mood. I'm one of those kind of people that I always go through. The only thing I did not, like, go through with, thank God, was when I got my boob job. But anything else is, like, always 50 million things, like, just go wrong. But it doesn't look like this in real life. It just, I don't know. But it feels like this in real life. It feels really puffy. And I told him about that area, and I think he tried to like feel it to make it come up. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get my cheeks done. I'm gonna hate for them to take all of this out. I'm gonna hate it. I already know I'm gonna hate it because your face goes like completely flat. My face is a lot more open. Like this on camera is showing why I get fillers because it was doing that where the whole face was falling in, and then it's supposed to lift it. But I think that's why I probably need my cheeks done, even though he didn't say it. Okay, I left my new stuff that I got from the store this week. But I did end up moving in with my boyfriend, which is interesting. He's really excited, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Does that make sense? On somebody else's situation, like when somebody else is happy, he's like ready to throw a pool party. I don't wonder why I'm exhausted, you guys. I've had such a freaking emotional week. Not only did I not want to move, I choose to move in, and I tell him that I don't want to be there by myself yet. I need like some time to get used to everything, to adjust to everything. Don't go out of town just yet. That was on the first. On the second, he called me and was like, I got a business meeting and I got to stay overnight. So there I was staying by myself. I think the second was Friday night. The pool was green, okay? Green as this towel that I'm wearing. I posted a picture of it on Instagram. So he has like a pool person come out, but we still have to like do certain things to it. And you have to throw these tablets in there and powder in there and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm trying to help the little pool out, you know. And I go outside to like throw these little tablets and powder into the pool. And why in the FUCK did the door lock behind me and I was locked out the house? Now he was out of town. I don't know when and my cell phone was also in the house because I just went outside to throw some crap into the pool. So it's not like I had like all these things, you know. I didn't know when he was coming home. I was literally legit locked out the house from what time? Like 9:45 to 5:45. I had it. I was so. Have you ever got so mad that you know your rage has no bottom? I just, when he finally did get there at 5:45 that afternoon, I just put on my praise and worship music, got dressed, and I left. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get up out of here because I was already feeling some kind of way of even living there, and then to get locked out of there, and then to feel like, nobody respects what I want. I say I'm not comfortable staying here overnight, and then he still left. And then what else happened? So I haven't even been there a week yet, right? We're already out of town on the road, but just before that, I was like, I need some wine to like calm my nerves. Couldn't find anything because I moved in like such a hurry and a haste. Couldn't find the wine opener and used the knife to open up the wine bottle. Opened it up like by pushing the corkscrew down, and the entire wine. It wasn't even that much wine, like maybe this much wine, just like went everywhere, squirted up all on the ceiling, all on the blinds. I was like, this house hates me because I hated this house first. Now this house hates me. Okay. So then, haven't even had time to like get packed or anything, like unpacked. That's what I'm trying to say. And then he's like, well, we got a wedding to go to somewhere else, not in Texas. Um, let's go. I need to go to New Orleans first. I got business to do. And so here I am. So I don't know. Like, I'm learning a lot about myself right now. And I think I'm at this phase in my life where whatever it is that I used to want, I may not want those things anymore. Because I hate to say, like, my happiness is not, something's off. Do you ever feel like that where you just feel like something's off? And I feel bad about saying that because there's nothing really bad happening in my life right now, other than my own emotional stuff. I can hear a lot of street traffic out here, so that's why I'm getting kind of quiet. I wanted to go get a drink or two or three without him. What do I really want to do? Like, that's the thing. I was like, I gotta start like infusing my day with some things that I really want to do. And it's not like I don't know what it is. I don't know. We already know that there's like so much going on in the world. I think maybe this move really did take it out of me. I don't think I was really ready to move. Like, I don't. Like, I didn't realize that I was not. Like, I didn't realize to the degree. I didn't realize the effect that it had on me. Like, I moved a lot as a kid, so now I hate moving. I want to be like in a stable environment. Like, stability is my number one thing. And I don't know. I didn't know how deep that was for me. I also didn't like, and I know this is going to make me sound like such a hypocrite, and I'm the first one to tell you that I always learn the hard way. I don't like this. I always have to learn things the hard way. I know this bathroom is like so retro. Oh! This house is over 100 years old. I think it's like 130 something years old. So that's why everything is a little weird in here. I was trying to move you guys up because I didn't like that camera angle. And that is bothering the crap out of me. I wonder what that, I mean, in real life, it doesn't look like that. But on this thing, oh, jeez. Lord have mercy. Yeah, so the move was just, I'm not, well, maybe somebody sent me something stupid. You know what I call something stupid? Like, okay, sometimes I send stupid stuff too. I send like things to make people laugh, but like when people send things to make me laugh, I'm like, why are you sending me this stupid thing? I guess like you gotta be in the mood, right? But I do feel kind of bad because I let out like some of my real feelings about certain things. And like to the point where if I end up moving out it back into like my own place, but let me tell y'all something. Okay, so the building that I was living in Houston, there's a skyscraper that collapsed, or a mid-rise, not skyscraper, a mid-rise building that collapsed and killed 3 people, right? I get a call from my boss asking me, was I okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you haven't heard, are you doing all right? Everything okay? I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, that building by you collapsed. That building is like right across the street from my old apartment building. Like, in a way, I feel like it was like a sign because when I called and like went looking in the same building for a new unit to live in, the unit that I wanted was overlooking the pool, and then they had two vacant units at that last day, but both of those units were overlooking that building that was getting built. And I was like, I don't want to live in a building like where somebody's like, it didn't look clean, it didn't look pretty. So, but it was kind of like, I don't know, y'all, my mind. See, there's like so much. Like, it sounds freaking crazy. So it was like, what, three workers died and one was injured? So I was like, I kind of took that as a sign that moving was the right thing to do, because I don't know how I would have felt about that. But would I have, like, I don't know, like, in the reality of life, would that really have made a difference? No idea. But it's just weird that, like, I don't know. That is so creepy. Hello? So this house is old, and when certain like heavy trucks ride on this street, it'll shake this part of the house. And I think that this happened. And it sounds like somebody is like legit in the house. Okay, that's people down on the street. This house is haunted, like legit haunted. I can't make it up. Like, it is haunted. This is a haunted house. But like almost everything in New Orleans is haunted. So like, what can you say? Like, spirits go away. Don't do me, because I'll do you first. Like, even before somebody told me that this house was haunted, I like felt it like certain times, like at night. Like, it just like feels weird. Not like, I know this is gonna sound so crazy. I think it's like a sexual ghost up in here, like, and I'm not the only one who said that. I know. I just make myself laugh telling those facts. Like, but if a house is like 130 years old, like, what do you expect? It's like that movie. What's that movie with Nicole Kidman in it? She's like so creepy to me. She's creepy to me in a cold, kind of blonde way. What is it called? The Others, when they're in that house, and it's like, duh, of course, this is craziness. But I gotta be grateful. My boyfriend, like I said, he chose some inexpensive house. I talked to my dad about it when I was mad about getting locked out in the backyard. And I was like, and I had a couple of cocktails. When you have cocktails, that's when you're really honest. I was like, it's not bad. It's just not luxury. And on the responsibility side, it is a rental house, right? I guess I am not used to trying to live like below my means, like about where I live, like neighborhood wise. The neighborhood is not bad. I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but what I think I'm trying to do is I'm trying to work through my own emotions about everything. A big thing for me was the fact, and like I started to say, is that I am a person that learns things the hard way. And I did not recognize how I was going to feel about moving to the next phase with somebody who I was not married to and who's not ready to get married. Because what all that says is that, and I'm not ready either. Like, I'm not ready. I can be 100% honest and say I'm just not ready. I know that I always tell other people, like, be careful who you date or play with or whatever it is you do with people, because people could end up taking your life in a whole nother direction, like when you least expect it. And I think the seriousness of the relationship, and I know me and my boyfriend have been through some real serious things together, okay? A lot, like, a lot. But the move just made it seem more serious for some reason. It made it seem like, wow, we are really like taking this thing to the next phase where, like, let's say like seeing other people. If either one of us had started seeing other people and I was living in that apartment, it wouldn't have been a big deal to me, because that's my apartment. You come over here, whatever. But by our stuff now about to really be combined into one place, I told somebody my personal business, and I don't mind sharing my personal business. I feel like telling your business is a lost art in 2020. Telling your personal truth is a very much of a lost art because people are like so afraid of how other people are going to judge them, right? So it's like you're acting like a 20-year-old. They also said some other negative things, and I have a lot of complaints, just like every American female. But my blessings of me being able to act juvenile are not lost like on me. Like I recognize that I act like I'm in my 20s. I may not look like I'm in my 20s, but I recognize that I act like I'm in my 20s because I don't have the level of responsibility that a lot of people in my age group have. So the things that stress me maybe wouldn't stress somebody else in my same age group. And I know like some people they're like already on that track of not dating for fun, which I've never been on that track. And I love to date for fun. But I feel like when you move in with somebody, you can't help but say that you're like in a real relationship, like no matter what. And that kind of bothers me. I don't know. I know it sounds really weird if I'm really ready for that. It's a lot. It is really a lot. So, one thing about me too is that I'm very honest with my man. I like tell him everything. Like, I don't hide my feelings. I won't say I tell him everything. I just don't hide my feelings about things that I'm unsure about. And I don't know. I gave him a lot of food for thought. I'll say that. A lot of food for thought. But by me talking, it helps for myself to give myself food for thought. Like sometimes I don't know how I'm feeling if I just sit like down quietly. I'll feel like today I feel like something's off. And I'm gonna tell y'all the real deal. How do I feel? Like I'm working from home, thank God. I have a job, thank God. I can be mobile right now while I'm working from home. They have other positions in my company that are permanently work from home now. And people have taken those jobs and actually relocated during COVID, like, and moved to Atlanta and lived there instead. But I don't know. It's like the happiness factor is down for me right now. And I don't know if it's just because I feel like so unsettled. Like I really did not want to go to this wedding. Like, and no shade on the people. Like I want to go. Like I want to support the people that you're gonna see over and over again. Right? I think it does. Like if you know that you're gonna keep seeing the same people, like on a friendship tip, it does make a difference. Talking to him can help strengthen your relationship. It does, AJ, because I think that's why he says that's why he loves me because I'm so honest. He's had a bad experience in a relationship before where he came home one day and the person was just gone and they didn't like state their reasoning. And that was that. And people do that. People do that all the time. And I'm just not that kind of person. Like I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you where I'm coming from. That's just the kind of person that I am. So he appreciates my honesty, you know. But I know sometimes honesty can be a little bit much. It can be like a little bit harsh, like even to yourself. Like I am such a nerd. I started Googling like why am I not like why is the other person not ready to commit? In this situation, I'm the other person. And it's like when you're not ready, you're just not happy with yourself yet. And I didn't even recognize that because it's one thing to go out and just have a good time with somebody and you go back to your life, your little corner, and you can work on yourself in peace and in private. It's another thing when you're sharing that space. I can already tell in this particular situation, like the day we moved in together, I feel like my privacy has already been encroached upon. I had to set up a little area, like a little breakfast area. I put my old sofa in there and my chairs in there and table in there. I said that's gonna be like my little wine corner, and I like hung up one of the pictures that I had or whatever. And it made me feel better, just like to have like a little corner to myself, like a little piece of identity, because I don't want the place to be too girly. We don't have any furniture right now, We were trying to like, I was trying to like find furniture that matches the both of us. But he is so like, at first I think he was on the furniture train, but sometimes I feel like he likes to move so fast. He wants to hurry up and get the house together so he can have a pool party before it gets too cold. I think that's so freaking stupid. I feel like what? Like you're gonna rush and probably get something that you don't even want to have just so that you can invite other people over. Like that doesn't float my boat like at all. He loves to have people over. Like that's like his thing. That's like a difference between us. But I always say that he's the yin to my yang. I can be very isolated, like very like just in my own bubble. Like I don't need a bunch of people around me. He is definitely the people person. Like, and I like that about him. So everybody loves him. He's a very lovable guy. Like everybody's always trying to hang out with him. Like if people want to have a good time, they know who to call. So it has its pluses and minuses, but I don't know. I didn't know like that I was gonna have all these thoughts. He says that I'm an extrovert though. Like, okay, so like let's just say if we do have a party or we do go to a party, everybody ends up talking to me, telling me their life story, all that kind of stuff. But do I want to be at every freaking party that we get invited to? No. Absolutely not. Like this wedding was a part of like my emotional thing that I went off about because I was like, him does not even want to get married. What the F do I want to go to somebody else's wedding for? Like I literally said that out of my mouth. Like it's like I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of just getting to know myself like in a different light. And if it was not, and I even told the leasing lady, and I think I told him, if it was not for COVID, I would not have agreed to move in together. If the economy was strong and everything wasn't like shut down or in fear of getting shut down again, I would have stayed in my small little apartment. I probably would have upgraded into like a larger one in the building, but still a 1 bedroom, and been perfectly fine with that. Like, but I felt like I care about this person. We've been together for all this time. Let me go ahead and give it a try. The part that makes me feel immature is that it's like, okay, I tried it. I don't know how I feel about it, so I may just need to go and get my own place again. That's gonna be interesting. I'm being very honest with him about it. I'm being very transparent with him how I feel. So it won't be a shock if I just say, you know what? I just want to go get my own place again. I don't want to do this. I don't. I'll. If you're ready one day to like fully commit to me, or maybe when I'm ready to fully commit to somebody, then maybe we can try again, or maybe we won't. But right now, I just don't know. The thing, like, I don't know. It's so much. It's so many layers. It's so. I don't like staying in a big empty house by myself. Like, not that the house is big. I'm not saying it's like a mansion, but it's bigger than bigger than a 1 bedroom apartment. You know what I mean? I don't really like that. I didn't even know that I felt that kind of like houses are for families. I don't really like staying there. I don't like sleeping there by myself, like all that kind of jazz. And just like I'm so tired of these braids and ready for my next hairstyle. That's bothering me too. I was actually gonna take my braids out. Is anybody in New Orleans on this thing? And try to get my hair done here, like with the weave. But I'm like, hold on, let me calculate. That's probably gonna be like a $500 project by the time I find some hair and get somebody to put it in. I feel like whenever I go to like events, like memorable events, like weddings for other people, I always like, I don't know. You want to look your best. I know that, but maybe I take it to the extreme. Like, not just looking my best. I like start rethinking my own life choices. This move has really made me rethink my life choices. I did get some new eyeliner, pencils, but they're in the other room and I'm too lazy to walk over there. I'm thirsty. So I told you guys how I got locked out in the backyard, how I did move in with him, how it was such a connection, uh, how I was thinking about moving back into my same apartment building, and then the building across the street had 3 deaths in it. Wow, 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 wow. And then I fully recognize that something is not quite right with me because I'm like, who the hell would want to move out of an apartment building and then move right back into the same apartment building? Like, they said somebody else did that, so I'm like, but this was before the whole building thing, so I don't know. The world is just crazy. Like when my boss, like my boss's boss called me about, like, asked me if I was okay, and it was all about that building. I was like, you know what? This year is just so. Mm-mm. I remember that makeup palette I told y'all that I lost. I found it. I had looked in the bag that it was in like over and over again because for my travel bags I have like for this type of travel where I'm going to be gone for a week or less. I can even live 2 weeks. I have like a duffel bag and a backpack. And normally I carry one or the other. This time I carry both of them. I don't even know what the mask law is here in Louisiana. I see some people wearing them, some people not. I'm sure here they're going to want the mask on. But moving in with somebody is a big deal. 2020 could not be over soon enough. I mean, I would have never thought that I'm like having a connection about where to live, and then right across the street, there's like news cameras and all this kind of stuff. It's like crazy, especially because the side of town that I like is I love West Houston. West Houston is like of all things, that's just where I like. I'm trying to think, do I like any other areas better than West Houston? Not really. It's just like a sleepy part of town that people don't even know that's like really like out there. But it's like it's not Katy because people think Katy is in West Houston, but it's not Katy. There is actually like a West Houston, and I like West Houston. I'm still in West Houston. I'm just not. I don't know. Okay, so I think this is my issue. Seriously, I take pride in accomplishing and doing things on my own. I take pride in knowing like if I live somewhere, it's all mine. It's all because of me. And I don't know if that's really healthy. Like, and it's like, girl, you've been there, you've done that. That is supposed to be a 20-year-old mentality. The leasing lady was like, just try this side. She's like, try this relationship side. Try this marriage side. It's good over here. It's calm over here. Just try it. And it's just like, he might be coming home soon. I heard an alarm, a little deep deep. I don't like this color lipstick, but it was available. I'm probably gonna take it off. I'm looking for a red. Anyways, I thought this was gonna be more cathartic than what it has been, but I don't think so. I think, and then I am praying, and I am trying to hear from the Lord, and hear what He said, and hear what I'm saying. But I think, like, what do I think? I wonder, like, if I'm taking too much glory in struggling all the time, and like right now, I don't have to struggle. That's the thing. I don't have to pay any bills. Okay, I just save. I'm just gonna try to like save up money to buy a house, no matter what, or like not no matter what, to buy a house in a year with him. Marriage is not what it's cracked up to be. LOL. I'm not gonna diss being married, and I'm not gonna diss being single because I think you have to have balance, and it's good to give things a try and not to self-sabotage. Does that make sense? Like during this COVID, I have heard some stories. Okay, some stories about people dating married men, and people breaking up, but it's very few stories about people really hooking up and finding their love during this time. Like I've heard of people that have been together now are gonna get married. So it's kind of just like I don't want to shut life down because of my attitude. Like, and I really should be having like a good time right now. Like I can literally like do anything that I want to do, and it's still just like I don't know what it is. And that's why I'm like, that's just probably like the devil coming to steal all of my joy. Just like, you don't want to have any fun, girl? Like, there's always people that come to this house. This is like a fun party house or whatever. And last night I laughed. Somebody, they made me laugh last night. Yeah, people finding out the true side of their partner spouses. True. That the Saturday when I got locked out of the house, what happened? Oh, and I went to a nice restaurant. I was gonna call somebody out to come join me or whatever, and I was like, no, I'll just call him out or whatever. And it was a nice restaurant. I let him have it. I let him have it. Oh, I let him have it. I told him all of his cons, girl. All of his cons. And he's like, well, why are you with me then? When you're in like, white tablecloth restaurant, you don't want to get to. And I was like, I'm with you because I love you, okay? And I do feel like you have a good heart and you're a good person and you don't maliciously try to do things to me. You just don't think about me. You just think about yourself. But that's because you 43 years old and you ain't never been married and you ain't never had no kids. So and you're not ready. So what can I expect? That's how we were talking. That's like, and it was like I think by me saying that, like I don't feel like I have a partner that does things maliciously. He just on a learning curve, and he's not ready to like. He's not where most people are emotionally because he's always chased his business is. And, by me being with him, I just have to know that is a part of him. This angle is just not a good angle. Push this candle back over here. Oh, we need a cleaning lady. This place creeps me out sometimes. Like there's like a ladder that I got like creeped out. Like I don't. That's why I like my small apartment. Seriously, I like being able to see all the corners. These eyebrows look too dark. Look at my little edges, girl. Girl, hey Terry. Terry, I just been on here recapping the week that I've had. I am so over these braids. Like over them. But then like I'm afraid to put like the weave back in because I don't want it to just be like a knotty mess. Hmm. Hmm. I would take you guys out to the balcony, but I don't want to do that. Number one, the window is like a pain right now. My face is broken out. Okay. Did I just drop that? What is that? I got like all kind of stuff like packed up in this bag. Okay. Your hair looks great. Don't worry so much. I know. I'm always worried. I'm just irritated. I'm gonna put some clothes on. Dude, I already asked, does anybody in here live in the New Orleans area? And do you guys know like a good happy hour spot? We always go to like the same places, I feel. And I'm not up for the same places today. I'm like all about trying new things right now. These clothes, they need to go in the washing machine. Okay, so now I can see. And I don't even like this ponytail right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have given you guys a slice of my mindset. Do I have any more answers? No, other than I was definitely playing around. Like, I definitely need to really get some kind of clarity on what I want. That's the main thing. If I can get some kind of clarity about, oh, look at my face back there, my face transplant. If If I can get some kind of clarity about what I want, it would be so much nicer. I feel like I'm late though. I feel like why can't I just figure it out already? Like, why does it take me so long to like have the answers for myself? This ponytail looks crazy. Anyways, I'm going to go because I need to take a walk. Like, whenever I can't think, this place is like whatever. Whenever I can't think for myself, a walk is the best thing for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm not sure what you got out of this one, other than to stay encouraged, you know. On the bright side, when I did get locked in the backyard for 8 hours, I was really upset about not being able to depend on other people to help me. But I just take pride in my independence and maybe too much pride in my independence. And too much of anything can always hinder you. And I don't want that to be like a hindrance to my happiness. So I pray that I'm able to shake off this attitude that I have right now because it definitely is an attitude. And I was going to say, like, I feel like the moment I move my stuff in, it's like, like I could feel like the control. And I don't know if it's because of my own mind, like feeling like, oh, somebody's gonna try to control me, or they think they got everything about me. Like, I feel like he's starting to ask like where I am all the time, or how long it's gonna take me to get home, and that is my pet peeve. I do not like anybody asking me where I am and how long it's gonna take me to get somewhere. I am where I am, and I'll be there when I'm be there. That's like, it's all in your head. I know I gotta get a head transplant. I just gotta get out of this head and into like a whole another one. That's our stuff hanging out back there that we're gonna take to the wedding. I might put on one of those white shirts. It is still so freaking hot here in New Orleans. It's like 80 or 90 degrees. Like, it was 88. Like, why is it 88 degrees in October? I do the same thing. Save money. I know. Where's Sandra? Sandra was the one that told me to do it. Was it Sandra or Sandra that told me to just give it a try? And now I'm giving it a try, and I'm like, it's making me feel like a brat. It's making me feel like a little girl. It's making me feel like the grown woman in me is being diminished, and I know that's terrible. I know that's terrible. I gotta go find something to eat and drink because I only had like one little slice of pizza. I am trying. I'm gonna stop beating myself up and just really do this weight loss journey thing too. Anyways, let me go because my arm is getting tired and I'm ready to go live some life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.